If you quit investing before $100,000, you almost guaranteed you'll never feel wealthy. And here's the crazy part. The difference between struggling forever and financial freedom isn't talent. It's surviving long enough for math to flip in your favor. Stay with me, because most people stop right before the curve bends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever opened your investment account and felt nothing? No excitement, no momentum, just slow progress. That's where 90% of people give up. Because wealth doesn't grow like a staircase. It grows like pressure inside a sealed container. Nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens. Then suddenly, explosion. But if you leave before the explosion, you think investing doesn't work. Quick reality check. Most people never even reach $100,000 invested in their lifetime. Not because they can't, because they stop too early. Let's run simple numbers. $500 a month, 7% average return. It takes around 8 years to hit $100,000. 8 years sounds slow. But here's the reframe. 8 years will pass whether you invest or not. At this stage, you are carrying the weight. Your contributions are doing most of the work. Compound growth is still small. This is the dangerous zone because it feels pointless. Pattern interrupt. This is the financial equivalent of going to the gym for 6 months and barely seeing abs. Most people quit here. But crossing $100,000 changes the physics. From this point, your money starts helping. Not fully, but noticeably. Now, fast forward. As the portfolio grows, something subtle happens. Returns start becoming meaningful. At around $650,000 invested, an 8% return produces about $52,000 a year. Pause. That's not luxury money, that's survival money, that's rent covered, bills covered, pressure reduced. This is where fear starts shrinking. Losing a job becomes stressful, but not catastrophic. And here's the psychological shift. You stop thinking, how do I survive? And start thinking, what do I want? Pattern interrupt. Most people chase higher salary. Very few build salary from assets. Big difference. Now we hit 7 figures. And no, it doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like exhaling after holding your breath for 20 years. At $1 million invested, modest returns can generate $60,000 to $80,000 per year, depending on allocation and market conditions. That's when something clicks. You realize you don't need to be rich. You need assets that produce options. And here's the part most people don't understand. Going from $0 to $100,000 is harder than going from $1 million to $2 million. Because once growth dominates contributions, the engine feeds itself. Pattern interrupt. The first million is built with discipline. The next is built with momentum. So how do you actually reach these milestones? Simple, not easy. Automate investing every month. Focus on broad, long-term market exposure. Reinvest everything. Don't panic during crashes. Downturns are accumulation seasons. Market dips feel scary, but if you're still building, they're discounts. The only strategy that almost guarantees failure? Stopping. $100,000. The engine turns on. Approximately $650,000. Income from assets changes your security. $1 million. Financial pressure drops dramatically. These aren't motivational numbers. They're mathematical tipping points. Miss them, and investing feels slow forever. Reach them, and momentum becomes addictive. 29 years from now, you will wake up. You'll either have assets quietly working for you, or still be refreshing your banking app, wondering why it never changed. Time passes either way. The only question is, will your money grow with it? If this shifted your perspective, subscribe. And be honest in the comments. Are you before $100,000, between $100,000 and $650,000, or chasing your first million?